Alright, the Cut and Sew Tribe, welcome to Cut and Sew Tribe YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to cut and sew this boubou dress. So I'm going to show you how you can achieve it. So these are the materials I will be using. So any fabric of your choice, any plain fabric of your choice, but this is doll face, half yard of doll face. I have my Kampala, so I have 2.5 yards here. I have my matching threads and my drafting tools. So this is the first thing you're going to do. I'm going to fold this fabric into 4. I'll just go ahead and fold it into 4 places. So this is it. I folded my fabric into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next thing you're going to do now is to insert all your vertical measurements. I'm going to come down by ½ inch from the starting point just to draw a margin, just to make it a starting point. So I'm going to draw it across like this. Do you get it now? So, and I'm going to insert all my vertical measurements. So the vertical measurements, the first one is going to be my bust line, which is 11 inches. From shoulder to 11 inches. My waist is 16 inches from shoulder to 16 inches. My hip is 24 inches from shoulder to the hip length, and I have my full gown length to be 42 inches. So 42, I'm going to add 1 inch for the hem allowance, and I'll go ahead and draw out the straight line. Let's go ahead and input all our horizontal measurements. Now for the across shoulder measurement I'm working with is 18 inches. The 18 inches, I'm going to add 2 extra inches to it because of my sleeve turning. I want to achieve turnover effect on the sleeve. That's why I am adding these 2 inches to it. By the time we are sewing, I'm going to explain in detail so that we understand. Now I'm going to insert our bust measurements. The bust I'm working with is 36, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to leave this waistline. I'll go to the hip line. The hip I'm working with is 38. Now I'm going to input 38. Now for the ease you want to achieve on your dress, it depends on your preference. It depends on how big you want it to be. So I'm going to add additional 4 inches to my hip. 4 inches to my hip like so, and I'm going to measure it. Whatever I have here, I'll bring it up to my bust line like so. You know it is a free dress, so I'll just connect it like this. Do you get it now? So, and I'm going to bring it down to the hem. I'm going to bring it down to the hem like so. So I have it, and I will connect it. Now this 4 inches is according to your preference. Like I said, you can use more than that, you can use less than that. So this is it. Now we have it like this, and I am going to connect this part now. You know, this is going to be our sleeve opening, so I'll just bring it down like so. You know, I don't want to cut any part here like this. I'll just try and shape this part like this. You know, this place is not supposed to be straight. Can you see it? I'll just shape it like this. Now let's work on our neck. The neck is V-neck, so the width of my neck is going to be 3.5. I'm using 3.5, and for the depth I'll be using 8 inches. So this is it, and I'm going to connect it. Draw your V line like this. So this is what we have. Now for the back neckline, I'll just come down by 1.25. You can use between 1.25 to 1.5, and I will connect it like this. Okay, now on your shoulder, if you like, you can slant your shoulder by 1 inch like so and connect it to the neck tip here, but I'm not going to do it. This one is optional. This is how I'm going to leave it. Okay, for your neckline now, for the collar to be able to sit properly on your neckline, from the center neckline here, on this side where your V-neck ends, go in by 1 inch. So you are going to go in by 1 inch like this and connect back to your V-neck. Can you see it? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that this part now is not going to be V like that. The reason why you have this shape like this is so that your collar will be able to relax very well. The last thing I'm going to do before I cut out now is my pocket. I want to create invisible pockets on this, and that is why I drew my waistline initially. So this space here is what I'll be using for my pocket. So it's just you trying to create the space here. Can you see it? The idea is just that you make sure the space you have here can accommodate your hand. Do you get it now? So you can just go ahead now and cut out your fabric. So I'm going to cut the neckline first, the back neckline. Can you see it? And I'm going to cut it. So you be careful here, cut it like so. So now to cut the front neckline, you make sure you remove the back piece. So this is it. I'll remove the back piece like so, and I'll fold this back to cut my front neckline. Can you see it? Make sure you arrange it properly. So this is how you do it. This part you go in like this. Can you see it? And so this is how your front neckline should look like. Now the next thing we're going to do now is I'll take this to the sewing machine. The first thing you're going to do is to go and join the shoulder together. Let me go and do that. I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So I've joined the shoulder. Now on this part of your neckline, this part, you are going to, this part, you are going to notch it. You come down by ½ inch. Just notch it down like this, ½ inch, and this other side too, just notch it down ½ inch. This is going to help you to place your collar. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure the circumference of the neck, and this is it. Whatever you have, you are going to add 1 inch extra to it. Whatever your neck circumference is, you are adding 1 inch extra. So go ahead and measure your neck circumference. So here I have 25, it is 12 inches, 12.5 inches into 2. So that means on my door face, I'm going to cut 26 inches. The length of my door face is going to be 26 inches. The extra 1 inch you are adding is for you to be able to finish it up here. We came down by ½ inch, so the ½ inch here, ½ inch here will give you that extra 1 inch. Do you get it now? So on my door face now, I'm going to cut the length 26, and the width, I want the width to be 1.5 by the time I am done. So the 1.5, I'm going to add ½ inch to it, the ½ inch for the joining on the neckline. So that means the width of my collar is going to be 2 inches on fold. So I'm going to cut 2 inches on fold by 26 inches, and I'll go and attach estate to it, and I'll come and show us how to attach it to the neck. I've ironed this thing, and this is what we have. So go ahead and just get the midpoint like so. I'm going to notch it like this, small, and you do the same thing on your back neckline. Get the midpoint of your neck circumference. So I will notch. Now this is how to attach the collar. So the point you notched, bring it together like this. Can you see it? And you can just go ahead and pin it down. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine now. I will go and sew this round. Can you see it? You are going to sew it round. So by the time you get to this part where we notched the other time, can you see it? This part you notch, you are going to stop. So you will have 1/2 inch here like this. Do you get it now? So that's how you are going to sew it all through to the other side. So this other side as well, you bring it like this. So when you get to the parts you notched here, you stop, and you are still going to have extra 1/2 inch here. So let me go and sew it around, and I'll come and show you how to finish up this part. So I've joined the neck, I've gone ahead to weave it as well. So this is how it will look outside by the time you turn it outside. So you should have something like this. Can you see? So this part is not secure yet. That is why you have this part notched like this. So you go ahead and place it. Make sure you lay it very well. The two of them will overlap each other like this. Can you see it? And you tuck it in with this. So you come to the back like so, and bring the 3 of them together. So make sure you push this one out. Can you see it? So you bring the 3 of them together. It is just 1/2 inch, and you are going to sew it. Now when you are sewing it, you have to be very careful so that you can achieve neat finishing. These points where you notch, don't exceed it. If you exceed it, it's going to pleat outside. Do you get it now? So you bring the 3 of them together. Make sure you arrange everything properly, and you're going to sew it together. So let me go and sew it together, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So this is it. I've sewn it down. Can you see how neat it is? So if you do it correctly, this is what you should have. I top stitch this part. Can you see it? This is optional anyway, but I love doing it like this. So make sure you do it very close if you want to top stitch. So the next thing we're going to do now is our facing. I have my facing here already. I've cut out my door face. So I cut 15 by 13 for the length. I cut 15 inches. Can you see it? I have 14 left here because I have folded in 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. So I cut 13 by 15. So after cutting 13 by 15, I fused in my interfacing. Can you see it? So, and I went ahead to just fold in 1/2 inch round. Can you see it? 13 by 15, and I folded in 1/2 inch round. So after that, to achieve the shape on this facing is very simple. So you are going to pick one edge. So this edge now, I pick it like this, and I folded it in. Can you see it? So from like 7 inches, can you see it? So just fold it in, and you are going to do it this other side. You are going to do it to this other side. It's going to be in 2 places. Can you see it? And you fold it in like that. So like this, you are going to achieve the shape. So, and you just iron it down so that it will be very convenient for you when you want to sew it. So this is how I achieve the shape. So after folding it like this, If you want to attach it to the neckline, just make sure it is just a little bit on the neck like this. You fix it and pin it down. So now you make sure you centralize it. The space you have here must be equal to the space you will have here. So I want to check what I have to be sure it is okay. So I have 7 inches here, and here also I have 7 inches. So this is how I'm going to place it from the upper part here. Just make sure like 1/4 inch is okay. Place it down, pin it down, and you take it to the sewing machine. So I'll go and sew it around now. I'll come and work on her sleeve. All right, I've sewn down the facing. Can you see how neat it is? So this is what you should achieve if you follow everything I've said. Now the next thing we're going to do now is to go and do our turnover on the sleeve end. So you know we added 2 inches extra. 2 inches is okay. So you are going to measure the 2 inches here now. Can you see it? And like that, you just go and sew it. You sew it down. Do you get it now? Let me go and sew it, and I will explain how to do the turnover. This is it. I've sewn it down. Can you see it? Now the next thing you are going to do to achieve the turn up, you are going to find these parts that we notched the other time. You are going to open it up like so, and on the thread like this. I hope you can see it. You are going to centralize it such that you have the same amount here and the same amount here. Do you get it now? So you are going to put it like this, straighten it up, and you are going to iron it. I've done it. That is why it is folding easily like this. Can you see it? So I've ironed it down, and you have this. So you now take it back to the sewing machine and sew it down by 0.25. Just sew it down so that you will secure it. It will not be opening up like this. Do you get it? So by the time you have sewn it down, this is what you will have. This is what you are going to achieve. So this is what you will have. This is how it's going to look like. Now I will go and do that. So I've sewn that part down, and can you see it? This is what you should have at the end of the day. Now we are almost done with this tutorial. The last thing we are going to do now is just to shape our dress. So I'll be using 1 inch. So I'll just measure 1 inch from here. I'll sew it like this. Now when you get to the pocket area here, you know you are going to leave your pocket opening. So you are coming like this. Do you get it? You will sew it down. When you reach here, you stop. You come like this, sew it round, sew it round. Can you see it? And when you get to this part again, you continue down. I'm going to use 1 inch. So I'll do the other side as well. I'm going to finish the hem. I'm going to fold it in, and I will display it on mannequin for us to see the final outlook. Okay, so try. This is the final outlook of our dress. Can you see how beautiful and neat they are? So if you follow everything I've shown you, this is what you should achieve at the end of the day. If you find this tutorial helpful, kindly subscribe to this channel for more interesting tutorial. Do well to turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified anytime I upload new tutorial. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.